What makes a good mentor? Do you want to become a mentor? Of course, this is a noble aspiration, but there are a few things to know before you embark on the journey to become or hire a mentor. Below are a few of the main qualities it takes to be a good mentor. A good mentor wants to be a mentor. First and foremost, no one should become a mentor who doesn't want to become a mentor. It would be best if you had a passion for helping and guiding people through tough times. You should also be enthusiastic at the thought of becoming a mentor. The people you're trying to help will notice your enthusiasm and are more likely to listen to someone they think is passionate about them. A good mentor should value learning. A good mentor should understand that life is about learning, and thus they should be okay with occasionally being corrected and understanding that a mentor doesn't mean that they know everything. And when someone you're mentoring asks a question you can't answer, be prepared to admit that you don't have the answer, but let them know that you'll find it for them. A good mentor is a good listener. When people want to have a mentor in their lives, they want someone to listen to them and understand them, especially when they ask for more information. This is why a good mentor must listen to the people he or she is mentoring. As a good mentor, you should never be distracted or otherwise occupied when someone's trying to talk to you. A good mentor is always respectful. Above all else, a good mentor is always respectful, even if the person they're mentoring may have different opinions than their own. And if a mentor does need to discuss a difficult topic, they should be able to do so tactfully so that the person they're mentoring doesn't get their feelings hurt. Mentors must always be aware of privacy regulations and do their best not to share private information. Overall, there are many qualities to be found in a good mentor. Still, above everything else, a good mentor should be excited to be a mentor, value learning, a good listener, and respectful. If you're a mentor who doesn't have these qualities, it's time to find yourself a different mentor. What personality traits should a good mentor have? While searching for a good mentor to help you on your journey, you may be wondering what traits a good mentor should have. While the traits of a mentor will vary wildly depending on what industry you're in, there are a few basic traits any good mentor should have. A good listener. All mentors should be good listeners. If they can't sit and listen well to your problems and where you're coming from, they can't offer good or proper advice. If you consider making someone a mentor and they seem distracted or are on their phones while you're talking, they definitely will not be the best listener, and you should look for a mentor elsewhere. Enthusiasm. Mentors need to be enthusiastic about being a mentor and excited about the topic at hand. If they aren't, then how can you expect them to keep you feeling enthusiastic as well? Remember, emotions are contagious. So you want to find a mentor whose positive emotions, like enthusiasm, will rub off on you and keep you enthusiastic too. Positivity and enthusiasm are important to achieving any goal. Respectful. Respect is a very important aspect when it comes to choosing a mentor. Respect is so important because if you have a mentor who isn't respectful of your thoughts and feelings, this could lead to bad advice that isn't right for you. Not only that, but why would you want to spend time or talk about your problems with someone who doesn't respect you in your journey? Empathetic. The final personality trait a mentor should have is empathy. This trait is important because empathy is essential for understanding someone else and the journey they're embarking on. If someone isn't empathetic, they'll come across as callous and insensitive, and then they may not provide advice that's relevant to you and your situation at hand. If you think about following a mentor who isn't empathetic, you're likely headed for trouble. Honestly, all four of these characteristics go hand in hand. Someone empathetic is probably also a good listener, enthusiastic and respectful of others. So if you want to find a good mentor, don't compromise. Take your time and wait until you find someone who has all of the above qualities. Even if your mentor only lacks one trait, they probably lack in other areas as well. The benefits of being a mentor. Have you ever thought about being a mentor? It might seem like a lot of work, and it is, but becoming a mentor can be a truly rewarding experience, and there are so many benefits to becoming a mentor. You'll become a better communicator. As a mentor, you'll be communicating with people frequently. Although you likely already have strong communication skills to begin with, becoming a mentor will only strengthen and improve your skills beyond what you're already capable of accomplishing. Mentoring is also a great way to prepare for a supervisory role in your non-mentoring life, as you'll be better at knowing how to direct people to do things. You'll expand your network. As a mentor, you'll be exposed to lots of new people and places. This will help expand your social network. For those who aren't always the best at networking, this can help you create a valuable network of people. You'll also never know what lifelong friendships might be formed between you and someone you may end up mentoring. You'll learn about yourself. There's no better way to learn about who you are and what you excel at in life when you spend time mentoring someone else. Teaching someone else something can help you with your journey of self-reflection and show you areas of your life you may need to improve. You may also learn how to improve these abilities to help you be successful in another career in the future. You'll gain empathy. When you work with other people, you get to see glimpses of their journey and how they handle their life. These glimpses will teach you empathy. Empathy is a very powerful emotion, as it's absolutely necessary when it comes to relationship building. If you don't have empathy, you might as well not worry about expanding your network or becoming a better communicator at all. When it comes to the benefits that come with being a mentor, they're clearly powerful and life-changing, but the main skills you'll gain from being a mentor are communicating and building your network. Besides just that, you'll also gain empathy, which can come in handy in many areas of your life. You'll also have time to learn about yourself. You might not gain any of these things if you don't engage in some form of mentorship. 4 ways to be an effective mentor. If you found yourself in a position where you're mentoring someone, it might be difficult to know how to be at your best as a mentor. If you worry about your ability as a mentor, keep reading to find out the top 4 actions you can take to become a more effective mentor. 1. Listen. The most important thing you need to learn when it comes to being an effective mentor is how to listen actively. Active listening means that when the person you're mentoring is talking, you put aside everything else, any distractions you may have, both physical and mental, and listen to what the person is saying. This way, you'll understand why they may need or want certain things, and assist them in the way that is best for them. 2. Set expectations and rules. It can be difficult to mentor someone who doesn't tell you what they expect of you. It is vital that when you begin mentoring someone, you should always sit down and discuss the expectations you have of one another. This discussion is also a great time to establish any ground rules you may have regarding taking on someone you're mentoring. This will help you avoid any confusion or awkward situations later on in the process. 3. Let them decide. You can offer advice and guidance all day as a mentor, but it is their life, not yours, when it comes down to it. It is their decision if they decide to take your advice or not. And if they decide not to, don't take it personally. Everyone's journey is different, and they may have decided that your advice didn't work for them. 4. Don't judge. Beyond just letting them make their own choice, you also need to remember not to judge any of their decisions. If a mentee feels their mentor is judging them, this could lead to losing trust in you and not coming to you when they need help the most. Always listen to everything they say in a non-judgmental way and respond with tact and respect, whether you agree with their opinion or not. Overall, becoming an effective mentor is a journey in and of itself, but if you employ the above 4 aspects into your mentoring journey, you too can learn to become an effective mentor and help people on their paths toward success. Top 3 mistakes you can make as a mentor. If you've recently become a mentor to someone else in your life, this can be a nerve-wracking thing. You may be worried that you might make a mistake. It can help you not make a mistake if you learn a little bit about the mistakes mentors most often make. Therefore, below are the top 3 mistakes you can make as a mentor. 1. Not setting goals. When people seek out a mentor, it's often because they have goals they want to achieve. But if you don't take the time to establish or define the goals, this will lead to your mentorship being useless or even one-sided. If you aren't focusing on their goals, the other person may not get what they want from the relationship. To make sure this doesn't happen to you, you and your mentee should spend some time writing down goals and expectations for your relationship. 2. You're critical or judgmental. Now, this mistake can be huge, and what's more, difficult to avoid, especially when you're mentoring someone about something you care or know a lot about. Just remember that when you're critical or judgmental of someone, this will cause them to become opposed to you and seek advice from somewhere else. The danger is the new source might not even be as knowledgeable as you. This danger is why you should always listen to your mentee without reservations and remember to offer advice, not criticism or judgment. Strive to keep the situation light and informative for all parties. 3. Talking too much or not enough. It is your job to listen to your mentee as a mentor, but you also need to share personal stories and advice to keep them going. The important thing is to find this balance between talking too much and not enough with the person you're mentoring. The best way to do this is by asking your mentee for feedback on if they believe you're speaking too much or not enough and adjusting your discussions accordingly. Overall, there are many pitfalls you can make when it comes to mentoring, especially as a new mentor. Just remember to establish goals, not be critical, and discuss how much they would like you to speak during your conversations with your mentee. You'll surely become a great mentor that provides valuable experience to your mentee.